So, good morning to all of you. Thank you for coming. We're now starting the welcome section. I'm pleased to present you the Secretary of State of Agriculture and Food in representation of the Ministry of Agriculture, the President of International Legume Society, that I think all of you know already, Diego, the Director of ITQB, the institution, the research institution that co-organized with the International Legume Society this event, and Mr. Hakan Bahceci. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm spelling right the name, as a representative of the International Year of Pulses. Thank you very much for coming. Myself, Carlota Vaz Pato, that some of you know, and Susana Araújo friendly welcome you to this second conference of the International Legume Society. This conference is a jointly, as I told you, is a jointly organization of ILS and ITQB, New University of Lisbon. And I don't want to extend myself too much, just to say that we hope that you may profit from the excellent scientific program and also for the lovely environment of Tróia. Please, thank you for joining us. Please, Diego.
Good morning. I am very happy that all of you are here. Thank you very much for attending, and thank you for joining the Legume Society. We are a young organization, but let's say we are not so young because in some way we inherited the former European Grain Legume Association, so we have an history. I invite all of you, don't forget to attend the General Assembly on Thursday, where we will talk about the future of the association. Just to summarize you, we started in 2011, has been 5 years, very difficult ones. Our budget was 0, but we succeeded in existing. We are here, so that is the success. We already had our first conference in Novi Sad in Serbia. We are having now this conference that I am sure will be a success, thanks to your contribution. And the good thing is that we already have a plan for the third conference in 2019. We are also having a journal, a magazine, that is having special issues regularly published. So we are here, and that is the good news. We intend to be the society of reference covering all legumes, forage, pulses, even soybean is welcome. And I won't say more. So from now is your time to talk and to contribute and to interact. And I just want to thank the local organizing team, Pedro, Susana, Carlota, and particularly this very active and effective group of young people wearing nice shirts of the society, that they are very helpful and very enthusiastic. Thank you to all of you. Thank you.
It is an honor to participate in this opening ceremony of the second International Legume Conference. But first of all, I would like to start by greeting the people in this table, starting with the Secretary of State, Dr. Luís Medeiros Vieira, here representing the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Rural Development. So this is indeed a very large support from the government to this important conference. I will continue with Dr. Hakan Bahceci. Sorry if I do not pronounce your name correctly. Professor Diego Rubiales, and finally, last but not the least, Pedro Fevereiro from my institution, and representative of the local organizing committee, and they have a lot of trouble organizing this, and I want to thank him in his person to all organizing committee members and helpers. So this international conference has a theme, Legumes for a Sustainable World, which is indeed a great and fashionable theme. Our planet has limited resources, and humans, we are a lot. Indeed, we are a lot. We need to feed a growing population, but at the same time, we need to do it in a way that preserves other species and the environment in general. This is a big challenge with manifold aspects. Legumes have played and will play a central role in this objective by a lot of reasons, perhaps the most important by the capacity of, together with bacteria, to fix nitrogen, reducing the addition of fertilizers, but that you know. However, the challenges facing modern agriculture are not the same as in the past. We need science, both basic and applied science. And that's what you are doing here, to talk about science and move it forward. And in most cases nowadays, scientists are doing big science requiring substantial technological and human resources. We live in the age of omics and big data, so therefore you need big support from governments, and I'm looking at the Secretary of State, and other organizations, including companies. The connection with stakeholders is also very important, and in this particular sector, I think it's very important to leave the academic ivory tower, which, by the way, does not exist anymore, unfortunately, and connect with the farmers and agro-industry in general. By looking at the program of this conference, I could perceive that this is indeed an important focus on this scientific community, and I congratulate you for that. But you are not here to listen to me. I congratulate again the organization and the participants for this international conference, and I wish you a very pleasant stay here and in Portugal. I would also like to invite you to visit our institution, ITQB Nova, in Oeiras, not very far from here, where you will find a very strong plant sciences focusing on this subject and other subjects in general. So thank you very much. Have a very nice conference.
Your Excellency, dear distinguished guests, it's an honor for me to be representing Global Pulse Confederation today. I represent the trade side of the Legume Society, and I've been privileged to be leading the International Europe Pulse project. I have a detailed presentation later on. Normally in trade conferences I talk too much, but in front of so many scientists, the only thing I'll do is to pause here and wish you a very successful convention. Thank you.
Now we'll have the Secretary of State. I have to apologize to the Secretary of State and you, because I didn't inform the Secretary of State that the conference will be in English. So he will address you in English at first, some words, and then you will have a small speech in Portuguese. I'm sorry for the ones that don't understand our language, okay? But the fault is completely mine, okay? Mr. Secretary of State.
Good morning. Mr. Professor Dr. Cláudio Soares, Director of ITQB, Excelentíssimo Professor Diego Rubiales, Presidente da International Legume Society, Excelentíssimo Dr. Hakan, Representante da Global Pulse Confederation, Professor Dr. Pedro Fevereiro, Presidente da Comissão Organizadora, caros participantes nesta conferência, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. On behalf of the Portuguese government, it is a pleasure to welcome you in this conference. I beg your pardon, I'm going to speak in Portuguese. Uma palavra de agradecimento ao Instituto de Tecnologia Química e Biológica da Universidade Nova de Lisboa, pelo amável convite para presidir a abertura da segunda Conferência da Sociedade Internacional de Leguminosas. É com grande satisfação que Portugal acolhe esta conferência, precisamente no ano em que foi definido pelas Nações Unidas como Ano Internacional das Leguminosas para Grão. Ao longo de 2016, temos assistido às mais diversas manifestações técnicas, científicas e da sociedade em geral, chamando a atenção para a importância da utilização das leguminosas secas em todo o sistema alimentar, bem como para os benefícios da sua introdução na rotação das culturas. Portugal associou-se desde o início ao Ano Internacional das Leguminosas, tendo o Governo, através do Ministério da Agricultura, vindo a participar e a apoiar diversas destas iniciativas. O objeto da conferência é, no entanto, muito mais vasto, uma vez que abrange, além das leguminosas para grão, todas as espécies da grande família das leguminosas, onde se incluem também inúmeras espécies que são utilizadas nas pastagens e forragens. A nível global, a soja tem dominado o comércio internacional de proteaginosas, em detrimento de outras culturas da família das leguminosas. Como reação à subida dos preços da soja, surgiu em 2011 a Sociedade Internacional de Leguminosas com o propósito de juntar a comunidade científica para encontrar formas de promover o retorno da cultura das leguminosas aos sistemas de agricultura, nomeadamente da Europa. A intensificação sustentável dos sistemas de agricultura tem sido apontado como caminho para conseguir esse desidrato, e aí as leguminosas têm seguramente um grande papel a desempenhar. No contexto da biodiversidade e recursos genéticos conservados, a família das leguminosas ocupa em Portugal uma posição de relevância, indicando a sua importância para a ocupação do território e a agricultura nacional. De facto, as leguminosas representam cerca de 25% do volume das coleções nacionais de recursos genéticos, cuja responsabilidade da conservação está atribuída ao Ministério da Agricultura e ao Instituto Nacional de Investigação, mais precisamente ao Banco Português de Germoplasma Vegetal. Falar de leguminosas significa considerar um vasto leque de espécies agrícolas que são usadas como culturas e cujas sementes são altamente ricas em proteína, ou ainda falar em pastagens e forragens. No atual contexto nacional, as pastagens permanentes ocupam áreas consideráveis do território, onde a instalação de pastagens biodiversas, ricas em leguminosas, muito tem contribuído para a sustentabilidade da produção animal em regime extensivo. O investimento público na área de investigação e desenvolvimento, nomeadamente no que se refere ao melhoramento genético das espécies leguminosas, quer seja para grão ou para integrar as misturas biodiversas de pastagens e forragens, tem conduzido à obtenção de variedades destas espécies com potencial de adaptação às condições ambientais do tipo mediterrâneo. Integram na atualidade o Catálogo Nacional de Variedades 36 variedades de espécies leguminosas desenvolvidas por programas de melhoramento nacionais. O sucesso comercial de algumas destas variedades nacionais ultrapassam as fronteiras, sendo exemplo disso as variedades de grão de bico, que estão entre as mais cultivadas em França, ou do trevo da Pérsia, que alcançou liderança nas vendas europeias. Este modelo de forte ligação do Ministério da Agricultura às várias fileiras do setor agrícola e pecuário contribui de forma significativa para a evolução e aumento da competitividade do setor. Estão representados nesta conferência 44 países. A presença de mais de 350 investigadores de reconhecido mérito neste domínio, aliada à diversidade e profundidade dos temas a debater, dá-nos a garantia de que se vão encontrar soluções de sustentabilidade da produção de leguminosas e de alimentos em geral. Por essa razão, estou certo que as conclusões da conferência vão contribuir para que os resultados dos programas de investigação se traduzam por via da transferência de conhecimento para os operadores a inovação dos sistemas de agricultura, tornando-os mais eficientes e mais sustentáveis. Muito obrigado. Thank you.